مرحبا أصدقائي اليوم يوم 94 اليوم سنعمل امتحان
Hola a todos, bienvenidos a nuestro show. Hoy es el fin día del desafío. Hoy es el examen de día. Welcome everyone to our last episode of Arabic Spanish Learning Challenge.
Yes, this is the last episode of this. It's not the last episode of us, because we'll be going on to more things which we'll tell you about later.
This challenge.
Yes, it's the last episode of this challenge. Should be day 100, but it's day 94 because Satiki Ahmed,
For special circumstances. Let's keep it that way.
On holiday.
Yes.
So fair enough. I think without further ado, let's go to the exam.
All right.
Yes.
And here's a little clip of us speaking Spanish at the beginning of the challenge.
That's a good idea. Yes, we'll have some early clips.
Yes, yes. And then you'll make a more clear judgment of the progress we actually made. And now this is like one thing you need to know, that most of the times when we record this, we do it very, very spontaneously. We are no media experts, and we are not good at hosting.
Yes.
And I guess you've noticed that.
We don't really rehearse.
At all.
That's the point.
It's basically setting the camera set and speaking.
Yes.
So hope you enjoy.
And indeed, compare us now to us then.
Yep.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Me llamo Ahmed, soy donde de Yemen. Yo vivo en China, este es mi casa y mi escuela de español. Yo quiero estudiar español. Mi español es así, because I've been only studying for a month. Yo hablo árabe, inglés, chino y español pronto. Yo soy maestro de inglés y estudiante de español, de chino, así que estoy muy ocupado, pero yo cuesta aprender idiomas mucho. Adiós.
Ana Lawrence, Ana Bridani, مساء الخير وصباح الخير وصباح النور. أبدأ عن الدراسة العربي. أرتكلم ليس جيدا جدا الآن، لكن لا أخلاق. أنا أخلاق صح أرجح أن ربح. شكرا. مع السلامة.
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Ahmed. ¿Y tú?
Me llamo Sol.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
All right. ¿Tú vivo en China?
Sí, vivo en China 2 años.
2 años.
Yep. ¿Y tú?
Yo vivo en China 6 años.
Wow.
6 años.
Es mucho tiempo.
¿Tú trabajas en Xi'an? ¿Tú trabajas en Xi'an, en la ciudad de Xi'an?
Sí, soy profesora de inglés.
Yo también, estoy también.
¿En serio? ¿Cuánto tiempo?
5 años. 5 años.
Muy bien.
¿Te gusta China?
Sí, me gusta mucho su cultura. ¿Y a ti?
Así. yo quiero ir a Europa.
¿Qué país te gustaría ir?
Yo quiero ir a España.
Ah, España. Me parece
Así que aprendido español.
Muy bien.
¿Te gusta la comida de China?
La verdad, no me gusta mucho porque es picante.
yo también. Demasiado spicy.
Picante.
Picante, demasiado
Yeah.
picante.
Sí. Sí.
Yo como pique de comida, comida pique, estoy enfermo.
Oh, sí.
Alargue. alargue. Tengo alargue. Allergy.
Oh, alergia.
Alergia.
Ya.
Tengo alergia. Tengo alergia.
¿Al picante?
Sí.
Oh.
Sí. ¿Te gusta viajar?
Me encanta viajar. Sí, es una de las cosas que más me gusta hacer. Y estando aquí en China, he viajado por algunos países en Asia. ¿Y a ti?
Mucho gusta viajar. Yo mañana quiero ir a Malasia con mi madre.
¡Wow! ¡Qué increíble! ¿Por cuántos días?
No días. 4 semanas.
¡Wow! Un mes.
Un mes.
Ya.
Un mes. No yo hablo mes.
Sí, yo planeo ir a Tailandia.
¿A Tailandia?
Sí, a Tailandia. ¿Y viajas mucho?
¿Cuántos días en Tailandia?
2 semanas.
Con tu novio.
Sí, con mi novio.
Muy bien. Con mi amigo Lawrence gustamos aprender idiomas. 100 días ultimita, mi amigo Lawrence conmigo habla: Ahmed, yo quiero aprender árabe. Yo hablo: sí, muy bien. ¿Puedo me ayuda? Mi amigo Lawrence habla: sí. Rahul. Yo hablo, yo también quiero aprender español. Y Lawrence habla: bien. Nosotros empezamos un desafío. Aprender idiomas, un desafío. 100 días ultimita. Hoy es el día 94.
Ajá, 94.
94. Porque yo mañana ir a Malasia, así que hoy es el fin de día.
El último
desafío.
día. Oh.
Sí.
Así que no son 100 días, son 94.
No 100 días, sí.
Sí.
Muy difícil. Así que gustamos aprender idiomas muchos.
Sí. ¿Y qué tal? ¿Te gusta español?
Mucho gusto.
Me gusta mucho.
Muy gusta mucho. Sí. Mi español así.
No, está bien, en verdad.
Gracias.
De nada.
مرحبا يا سيد.
مرحبا يا سيد.
كيف الحال يا سيد؟
الحمد لله، وماذا عنك؟
أنا أيضا بخير، شكرا. اسمي لورنس، وأنت؟
أنا اسمي محمد.
ماذا فعلت اليوم؟
اليوم ذهبت إلى السوق لكي أتسوق، ومن ثم أتيت مع أحمد لكي نسجل الفيديو. ماذا عنك؟
أنا عملت. ماذا فعلت أمس؟
فعلت أمس ذهبت إلى التزلج. وماذا عنك؟
عملت. ماذا تحب أن تفعل؟
أحب أن أقرأ الكتاب. ماذا عنك؟
أنا أيضا أحب أن أقرأ كتاب. جيدا. معي زوجتي، وأنت؟
نعم، وأنا لدي زوجتي.
نعم. ابني، أنت ابني وبنتي. ابنك. تاندا ابنك وبنتك؟
أنا ليس لدي ابن وليس لدي ابن.
لا لا لا.
نعم. هل لديك أطفال؟
كبير؟
لا، أنا ليس لدي. نعم.
Congratulations. His wife's
So-
pregnant. Wow.
ماذا عنك؟
ماذا عنك؟ أنا ليس ابني ليس بنتي بارك قليل.
أها.
نحن أنا وزوجتي أنا نحن نحن نريد سننتو ابني وبنتي.
جيد.
مم.
جيد.
تحب ستأكل مع نحن؟
نعم، إني أحب أكل معكم.
نعم. ماذا تحب ستأكل؟
أنا أحب السلطة.
مهم.
نعم. and أيضا البيتزا.
مهم.
وماذا عنك؟
هناك اثنين محل حلال.
مكان حلال. جيد.
مهم.
جيد.
أنا أيضا أحب حلال.
الأكل الحلال.
羊肉泡馍. ما معنى 羊肉泡馍؟
يانو بامو اللي هي بالعربي.
الخير بالعربي.
بالعربي نعم. النيورو اللي هو اللحم البقري.
لحم بقري.
لحم بقري.
لحم بقري.
نعم.
لحم بقري.
وكذلك مع الخبز والمرق.
الخبز.
نعم.
خبز. لحم بقري.
لحم بقري وخبز. نعم.
لحم بقري وخبز. نحن نحب أن نأكل بقري وخبز.
لحم بقري وخبز.
لحم بقري وخبز.
جيد.
جيد. نعم. لا بأس.
لا بأس.
لا بأس.
All right, that was very impressive.
It felt that I'm much worse
No,
than I think.
I was standing right over there, and I'm an Arab speaker myself, an Arabic native speaker myself, and I understood everything.
Well, that being the case, I suppose I meet the criteria of do not die.
Surviving, yes.
Yes.
And now you can say your name and what's your name.
Well, it's a start. Still, I mean, it's kind of easy to feel quite fluent outside of having to use it, and then you have to use it, and it feels much less fluent.
That is true.
Nonetheless, one should compare oneself now with oneself in the past. And well, not 101,
94
but
days.
95 days ago. 95 days ago, of course, I knew Inshallah, except that I would have said Inshallah.
And Assalamu alaikum.
And Assalamu alaikum and Assalamualaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam.
And that was it.
There you go. And now you just had a full conversation with an Arabic speaker for almost 5 minutes.
Almost 5 minutes.
Probably even more.
I think yours was about 10.
Mine?
I
That
think
long?
so. I think so, right?
I don't know. It didn't feel that long. But
Okay.
I guess we had the same time.
Maybe.
I'm very happy we have
Yeah.
reached this.
Yes, we have. We've done
Especially
good.
since we didn't really do any special preparation for this. I know
That's
that
true.
you've been doing this winter camp,
Mm.
8 a.m. till 8 p.m. every
Yes.
day, and I've been super busy with my travel and a lot of things. Like today, I haven't studied any Spanish before coming here.
Mhm.
It was just like in the metro, I was thinking of what to say, and it was
Yes.
very spontaneous. Okay.
It's true. I don't think either of us has really been cramming for this.
No, not at all.
I would have to say I did increase a bit. The last few days, I've been doing an hour instead of half an hour.
Good.
But that's all.
I mean, we
Yes.
should have done more. I mean, ideally, we like for
We're busy.
100
We're really
days-
busy.
Yes, I had in mind that I would do at least 2 hours a day of Spanish learning.
Mm.
But then I realized that having 20 minutes of Spanish learning every day is almost like good. If I do 20 minutes a day, I'll be really happy and I'll be really satisfied for that day.
I really believe also with things like this that there's a marginal utility. Are you familiar with the
No,
concept?
no.
So marginal utility is a thing from economics where you ask, for example, okay, suppose you got nothing. I give
Right.
you like 1 renminbi.
Mhm.
Now maybe you buy water, and that's good. You'll keep you alive for 3 days. I'll give you an extra renminbi, and maybe you buy something to eat. Now you'll survive for 30 days. Basically, you spend it on the most useful things first. And I think this applies to many things. I think you go on too long, each additional minute is adding less and less, tending towards zero, never becoming useless. But my point is, I don't think 2 hours would give you 6 times the value of 20 minutes. I think it would give you, at most, twice the value of 20 minutes.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
But probably not that, more like 1.5 times the value of 20 minutes. Which may be a good use of time, don't get me wrong. If your major is a foreign language, then accept the inefficiency and do it. But
I don't know. Probably
No?
there's also the constant learning. Like you keep this thing happening every day, regardless
you're right
the
there.
length.
you're right, their language is different.
Exactly. And to be honest, I have been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I don't consider podcast as a learning.
Mm-hmm.
I just put on my earphones and I'll be listening to the podcast on the metro, cleaning my apartment, or sometimes even when showering. I'll bring my speaker to the bathroom and be listening to podcast.
So it's like immersion, exposure.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
The
idea.
exposure, the environmental exposure. I don't understand even 10% of the stuff they say, but I'm
Yes.
like, I'm trying to get my mind like the exposure of Spanish. Like,
Yes.
like the accent and like how is Spanish spoken, and I'd be very excited every time I hear one word that I can understand. They'd be speaking a lot of stuff, and then one person would be like muy bien, and I'm like, yes, I understand muy bien, though everyone basically understands that. Anyways, you want to do that sketch? We just agreed to do a little sketch.
Sort of. Yes. Well, we're going to
Whereas-
have a conversation.
Yes.
Spanish, Arabic.
Yes. So Lawrence here, he understands a little Spanish, and I understand Arabic, so why not?
Okay. مرحبا يا أحمد.
Hola, Lawrence.
كيف الحال؟
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
أنا أيضا بخير. شكرا.
Muy bien.
ماذا فعلت اليوم؟
Hoy,
هذا فعلت.
hoy de mañana yo la PSP. Take, I forgot how to say take. Take mi pasaporte. Y voy mi casa con Mohammed. Came aquí. ¿Y tú?
عمل.
Trabajar.
أنا مشغول جدا.
Está muy ocupado. Yo también. Estoy muy ocupado.
نحن بعد قليل سنأكل شيئا.
Sí.
ماذا تحب تأكل؟
Yo quiero comer una pizza grande.
Una pizza grande.
Yo tengo
بالمقهى Mr. Pizza أو بالمقهى Pizza Hut أو
Mr. Pizza.
Mr. Pizza.
Mr. Pizza da tienda. Mr. Pizza da tienda. Yo tengo hambre. ¿Y tú? Yo tengo hambre.
tengo hambre. نعم. ومحمد محمد يحب أن يأكل بيتزا. محمد تحب أن تأكل بيتزا؟
Sí.
نعم.
Sí.
طيب.
Nosotros comemos pizza.
نحن سنأكل بيتزا.
Sí. All right. That's good. Your Spanish is good. I mean, I guess our Spanish is the same level now.
No, I can't speak Spanish.
You
I just
understand?
said tango.
Yeah, tango means I have.
I know.
In Spanish, they don't say I am hungry. They say I have hunger.
Yes,
Yo tengo hambre.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I did do Spanish in school for like a few years. Not that I ever paid attention to it,
All
but I
right.
was in the classes.
Yeah,
So I absorbed some.
So in the England as a second language, they teach you Spanish or French, I guess.
Spanish, French, and German would
German.
be the main ones.
All right.
Yes.
Not like us back in Middle East. It's only English, mainly English. If you study in a 100% English school, which we have those, the British schools and American schools, so everything would be in English. So then they will teach you an extra foreign language, such as German, French, Spanish. But in my case, I went to an Arabic school, so I was learning English as a second language. All right.
And
so-
very, very impressive English, I might say. You all should understand. Ahmed is doing all of this in his second language. When the bits that appear really easy, which are really easy for me when speaking English, is Ahmed's second language. So be impressed.
Thank you.
Spanish is
I'm
your
flattered.
fourth, yes?
Yes. And Spanish is my fourth now.
Actually, it's my fourth as well because I speak
speaks
German.
German,
as well,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, these parts for me are no effort at all.
All right. So what's gonna happen? So we're done with this challenge. It's not our last thing on YouTube.
It's definitely not our last thing on YouTube, and indeed, if we do it well, it's gonna not be the last thing on iTunes and all that
Yes,
either.
podcast.
Because we are going on to a podcast now.
Right.
I've scolded you a few times about your low attention span. We enjoy talking for a long time about what we enjoy talking about. When Ahmed comes back from Malaysia, we are going to turn this into a podcast where we are going to do other challenges sometimes. There's various things on the table. We might do something similar to this. We might do like a
common language.
longer version or a shorter, really intense version. We may well do the same one.
Yes. Tell us what do you think? What is better?
Yes. We might do Estonian. That's on the table.
Yeah.
Yes, or Hungarian.
Or Hungarian or German. Oh, German.
I
You
can't
already know.
There's no point
Yeah.
in that. But
But we were thinking of either doing like different languages as we just did Arabic, Spanish, or doing a common language where there would be more competitiveness
yes.
on the table.
Now, mind you, the challenge cannot be immediate because I have a Chinese exam to
Yeah,
pass. But in a few months, we can get to something like that.
Sure.
And in the meantime,
We would keep learning our respective
discussion.
languages.
Discussion.
Sure. Yeah.
Linguistics. Linguistics is very interesting.
Yeah.
We're not professional linguists, but you could say we are fans of linguistics.
Yeah, and we each speak 4 languages. I mean,
Yes.
there's a little experience that can be shared there.
Certainly.
It should be valuable to a certain point.
I don't believe we need to necessarily limit it. We might find ourselves discussing all kinds of things, but the starting point is likely to be learning languages,
Yes.
which we like to think has a very broad base.
Okay, before we finish up today, we would love to give our sincere gratitude to our sponsor, Fanny Link. They've been
Yes.
great. They've been very generous with us.
They have.
They sponsored us pretty generously, and I guess I've talked to their boss, and
Yes.
and he said he's willing to keep sponsoring us in our future plans. So thank you very much.
Yes.
And if you need any translation needs, or as my friend loves to
Yes.
let
If you
refer
need
as-
any Fanny,
any
you
Fanny
go right here.
needs, you can just
Yes.
check out their website.
You see, Fanny is in translated into Chinese.
Yes, the word Fanny in Chinese means
Yes.
translating.
That's what it means.
All right.
Doesn't mean the same as in English.
Yes. Yes. Totally different. All right.
We should really say goodbye and go
Yes.
and eat that pizza, I suppose.
Exactly. We're very hungry.
Yes. Okay. Well, ma salama. Shukran. Ithna. Shukran isma. Ma salama astiakai.
Shukran لسماعكم. Gracias a todos. Adiós.